The Barcelona press, the Spanish press, are reporting that Xavi is very, very close to getting it done, Jules, becoming the next coach. Does that make sense, or is that just too romantic?
I think a bit of both. It's romantic because it's Xavi and because of what he's done for the club. It makes sense for all of that. It ticks a lot of the boxes of what this club wants to do going forward. And with Joan Laporta, I would want to believe and think, on the back of what Gab has said, that they already had talks about him coming over in recent days. I mean, not just in the last few weeks or few months. And I think this could be a very quick process, especially as it's been reported in Spain. There was a clause in his contract, Al-Saad, saying that if Barcelona come with an offer, he can leave basically without any, any transfer fees or any fees or anything like this, and just decide to go and leave his job at Al-Saad to go to the Camp Nou. So I believe this could be quick. And I think even if it's a gamble, because apart from Al-Saad, he's never managed anywhere before, really. It's still a bit of a gamble. It's still Xavi. You see already the way he's playing in Qatar with that team and what the DNA will be for this team going forward with Barcelona. So I would be very happy if Xavi comes to the club, and I think a lot of fans will be. But like Ali said, rightly, there's a lot of work to be done for him or for whoever is the next manager with this club at the moment.
Go on, Gab.
No, look, I think we all like Xavi. I've had the opportunity to spend time with him in the past. He's a super bright guy. The concern would obviously be, does his clause exist, and is it automatic that he can come over straight away? I wouldn't trust Laporta and Barcelona with that, because as we know, planning isn't exactly their forte. But beyond that, we'll see if he makes the grade, or will he go the way of Andrea Pirlo? We genuinely don't know. He's been in Qatar, I think, for 2 years. He's won one league title, won some domestic cups, but who knows? This is a completely different ball game, and I think experiencing it as a manager is a very different experience than experiencing it as a captain.
Now, people may think Xavi's going to come back, bring the glory days with him. All is well with the world. But you take a look, just take a look at the starting 11 that Barcelona put out today. We're, of course, nowhere near the side that was so dominant a decade ago. And you take a look, it just seems like bits and pieces. Coutinho, not the player that he was. Aguero's old, Serginho Dest isn't a right winger. Busquets can't play for Barcelona but can for Spain for some reason. The back four, Eric Garcia, has been a nightmare since he's joined.
Right.
Whoever the manager is has got one heck of a mountain to climb, doesn't he?
Yes. Yes, he does. But it's a mountain that you can climb if the set of players that are available to you believe that indeed you are the manager, not only for today's training session, but for the foreseeable future. Right. These guys knew, these players knew full well that they were 1 or 2 results away from Ronald Koeman being gone. And it's only human nature to understand that, look, this guy's gone. Right. He's gone today or he's gone tomorrow, but he's gone. He's not going to be here. He's not really the decision maker. He's a caretaker, seemingly, because he's not part of the plans for the future. And so what you're going to find is that players, when Xavi shows up, because legend of the club, if indeed he is the guy, he walks through that locker room, and there's going to be a reaction from the team. And that reaction may last 1 or 2 games. And then we're going to go back to resolving the same sort of issues. And that is, this team right now, as you just showed there, the player personnel that you have available is not all that great. And so they're going to have difficulties finding consistency, winning games. And that's what we see from Barcelona now. They may look good for 10 minutes, and then the next 10 minutes are terrible. And there are times in which this team simply is going to have to find ways to grind out, to suffer to get results. Is that the Xavi way? I don't think so. But what I think is, you have to start your project for the future now, not 6 months from now. Go through the struggles now, so that then as you set up for the future and you start making decisions as to what you're going to be 6 months from now, you've already gone through that struggle. Right. You don't have to start back to the beginning. You don't have to go back to square one. If you're going to go through the struggles now and grow from that in a year's time.
Go on, Gab.
No, just I agree But what Ali's saying, the problem is if, you know, as you yourself said earlier, Ali, and you were correct, is you also have to get the results because you have to finish top 4, because otherwise people are going to come at your door and you're going to have to go and sell some of your stars. So I think the really tricky thing is we can all name, you know, 6, 7 players who are really good to be part of a really good Barcelona team in a couple of years' time, whether it's Ansu or Pedri or De Jong or Ter Stegen or Xavi, maybe Serginho, whatever else. So you do need some pieces around it. Depay's obviously not that old either. But the thing is, you have to grow together while also getting the results. And I think that's the difficult thing. It's really, really difficult to do both things.
Last word on this for you, Jules.
Yeah, I mean, I think they wasted enough time now with the Dutch guy, and that, like we said, the change was needed. Let's see how they approach this. They need a new guy very quickly. They need a new way for this team, more energy, more fluidity, as we've been saying. But I think at the end of the day, this is a team, even if it's not as good as the one 10 years ago with Messi and Xavi as a player, this is a team that should be playing much better football than what they do. They should not have lost their opening 2 games in the Champions League the way they did. They should not currently be in that position in the table, which is their worst at this stage of the season in 20 years. They should not lose 4 Clásicos in a row. All of that is under the former manager. So it was the right time to get rid of him. And now let's hope that it's a new era that will start very soon with far more positivity about it, and hopefully more hope that the success will be back very soon at the Camp Nou.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.